Recently, Elon Musk made some very interesting statements. He publicly critiqued OpenAI and talked about problems that the most influential AI company in the world currently has. Then he went on Twitter and made a bold prediction saying that XAI will become bigger than OpenAI with a 100% guarantee. And even though at the end of 2024, Elon Musk's net worth reached $400 billion, he is insisting that for him, that is secondary. And the most important goal of his is to make XAI the most valuable and transcendent company in the world. There is no doubt that his confidence in the future of Tesla and XAI is, well, sky high. And in this AI race, his main competitor is, of course, OpenAI, which is led by a man whom Musk dislikes very much. But why? Well, to understand this, we need to look at what really happened between them. And it all started when in 2020 the world experienced a global financial crisis, and back then it would have been easy to assume that he would experience financial backsliding. Except he didn't, not by any stretch of the imagination. Analysts predicted that Tesla would collapse. The company had less than $10 billion in cash and was valued at only $80 billion, and was still producing under 400,000 cars per year. Yet by the end of 2020, Tesla stock had soared 700%, pushing its market cap past $600 billion. At the same time, Sam Altman was quietly raising hundreds of millions for OpenAI's compute expansion. His company's valuation crossed $1 billion, but more importantly, he was securing exclusive deals with Microsoft to power Azure with OpenAI's models, a subtle countermove that would echo later. 2021 was another big year for Musk financially. Back in January, he was able to eclipse Jeff Bezos, who had previously held the title of richest person since 2017. And why? Because of Tesla's success. In 2021, Tesla was formally added to the S&P 500 and delivered over 936,000 cars, doubling its 2020 output. Its market cap shot past $1 trillion for the first time in October, making Tesla more valuable than Toyota, Volkswagen, GM, Ford, BMW, and Daimler combined. Elon Musk's personal net worth surged past $250 billion. Now, it is interesting to point out, despite his tongue-in-cheek remark, that Musk has always been very honest about how he intends to spend the bulk of his wealth. In a series of his very famous tweets from October 12, 2018, Musk admitted that he has very little time for recreation, and that he doesn't have or does not even want to have vacation homes or yachts or anything like that. About half of his money is intended to help problems on Earth. Musk also added, and half to establish a self-sustaining city on Mars to ensure continuation of life. Altman, on the other hand, stayed out of the wealth rankings, but built influence. Microsoft invested $1 billion directly into OpenAI, valuing it around $14 billion, and giving Altman control over one of the most powerful AI partnerships in history. Musk was conquering industry with batteries and rockets. Altman was securing control over the invisible infrastructure of intelligence. 2022 made the divergence even sharper. Tesla delivered 1.3 million vehicles, revenue hit $81.5 billion, and profits topped $12.6 billion, more than 10 times what Tesla earned just 2 years earlier. Musk's fortune peaked at $340 billion, the highest personal wealth ever recorded in modern history. Meanwhile, OpenAI's GPT-3 had already been licensed into products that was used by millions, and whispers of GPT-4 began circulating. OpenAI's valuation surged past $20 billion. Both men were being measured differently. Musk in car sales, factories, and trillions in valuation. Altman in model sizes, compute clusters, and AI adoption rates that hinted at exponential scale. Then came 2023, the year of ChatGPT. The product reached 100 million users in just 2 months, faster than TikTok or Instagram, and by the end of the year had over 1.6 billion visits per month. OpenAI's valuation ballooned past $29 billion after a $10 billion Microsoft deal with Altman suddenly seen as the face of AI worldwide. Musk, watching from the sidelines, launched XAI as a direct counterweight, arguing that OpenAI had become too centralized and corporate. Tesla still delivered 1.8 million cars, generating $96 billion in revenue, but the cultural narrative was shifting. Musk controlled space rockets and electric cars. Altman now controlled the software running in billions of devices. By 2024, Tesla's grip was tested. Chinese EV makers like BYD sold 3 million vehicles, overtaking Tesla as the world's biggest EV manufacturer. Tesla's market cap slid back below $700 billion, and Musk's net worth fell from $340 billion to around $200 billion. Still number 1 or 2 globally, but less secure. Meanwhile, OpenAI's valuation crossed $80 billion in late 2024 after its enterprise adoption deals with firms like PwC and Bain. Altman was suddenly steering one of the most valuable private companies in the world. The parallel was uncanny. Tesla was once an underdog taking down the old guard of car makers, and OpenAI was now the underdog taking down the old guard of software giants. In 2025, the parallel escalated further. Tesla delivered over 2 million vehicles, but competition forced price cuts, pushing gross margins down from 30% to under 20%. Musk's net worth hovered around $230 billion, still at the top, but more volatile. Altman, on the other hand, oversaw the release of GPT-5 and secured over $15 billion in new capital, cementing OpenAI's dominance in AI. Today, OpenAI is one of the world's most successful companies and has revolutionized 2 entirely different industries. The idea that OpenAI CEO pioneered a new business paradigm is insane. With over 200 million weekly active users on ChatGPT and enterprise revenue estimated above $3 billion, Altman isn't yet Musk-rich, but he is Musk-level influential. And that is when everything escalated, because Sam Altman once framed himself as someone who didn't care about money, famously saying during testimony, "I have no equity in OpenAI. I'm doing this because I love it." That positioned him as underestimated in the tech world, a leader motivated by mission rather than wealth. But after OpenAI's rise to global dominance, reports revealed that Altman would be receiving a 7% stake in the for-profit arm of the company, valued at around $10 billion. Now, this sudden reversal made him look like someone who had downplayed his interest in wealth until the moment success secured his leverage. Elon Musk wasted no time in publicly attacking Altman's credibility and humiliating him. On January 23rd, he wrote, "Altman literally testified to Congress that he wouldn't get OpenAI compensation, and now he wants $10 billion. What a liar." Then Musk added to this tweet saying, "Scam Altman." This was a clear and stark reminder to Altman of where Musk stood in this controversy. Because for Musk, in spite of the fact that he is the number 1 richest man in the world, he is trying to do good. But Elon thinks that Altman only cares about money. The blunt accusation cut straight into the heart of the contradiction, turning Altman's earlier statements into ammunition against him. By putting Altman's words next to the news of his payout, Musk humiliated him in front of millions, reducing his reputation from selfless innovator to opportunist in just a few words. And this isn't the first time that Elon Musk and OpenAI CEO have clashed on Twitter, and of course, it's not the last one as well. Elon Musk has already taken his rivalry with Sam Altman and OpenAI into the courtroom. Earlier this year, Musk filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, accusing the company of straying far from its original mission of building safe and open artificial intelligence. He argued that the organization, which started as a non-profit focus on humanity, had transformed into a profit-driven entity control.